Smith at North Main, Hispanic male, black shirt, black shorts, laying in the ditch and is not responding when the complainant honks at him. They advise it's just past the CrossFit business, and I believe we're receiving another call. Smith, another caller said he's on Bob Smith before the concrete driveway on the left.
EG4 Medic 4 PD advising it's going to be the 300 block of Bob Smith.
4 news stories in this press release from Lieutenant Steve Dorse with the Baytown Police Department. On May 22nd at 7:28 a.m., officers responded to a welfare concern on Bob Smith near North Main, in which a Hispanic male was reported to be laying in the ditch. Upon arrival in the area, officers located the male, identified as 29-year-old Bryce Stevens, and determined he was impaired. While talking with Mr. Stevens, officers found him to be in possession of a handgun as well as Xanax and marijuana. Stevens was placed under arrest and transported to the Baytown jail, where he was charged with possession of a controlled substance and unlawful carrying a weapon through the Harris County District Attorney's Office.
Security guard at the sheriff advice. There's 2 male in the bathroom. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, gray-shirted male is Hispanic.
Engine 5, we place lifeline on standby. Are you going to need them?
Baytown, Engine 5, you can just our lifeline.
And in our second story, on May 22nd at 2:59 a.m., officers responded to a report of a shooting at the Flying J truck stop located in the 1800 block of Interstate 10. Upon arrival, officers found a security guard had been shot at least one time in the arm. Upon talking with the security guard, officers learned that 2 black males carrying handguns had entered the business in an apparent robbery attempt. During the robbery attempt, gunfire was exchanged between the suspects and the security guard, which resulted in the security guard being struck in the arm. The 2 suspects then fled on foot. Responding officers located the suspects walking in the area, and when officers attempted to contact them, one of the suspects fled, while the other, identified as 18-year-old Tyson Chapman of Baytown, was apprehended. Officers also recovered a handgun under a nearby dumpster, believed to have been used in the robbery. Chapman was then transported to the Baytown Police Department, where he was charged with aggravated assault on a public servant through the Harris County District Attorney's Office. Detectives are investigating to identify the second suspect. The security guard's injuries were not life-threatening.
Engine 4 Medic 4 showing you en route, William Avenue at North Main Street for a major motorcycle.
In our third story, on May 21st, a motorcycle and a passenger car collided at the intersection of William Street and North Main. The operator of the motorcycle did sustain injuries but was conscious and breathing. There are no other details available on this story. Then in our final story, this picture was submitted by a BaytownCops.com viewer who noticed a man being held at gunpoint in a parking lot. And this response from Lieutenant Steve Dorse with the Baytown Police Department. Our officers responded to a male laying in the parking lot, acting irrational and erratic. It actually turned out to be one of our regulars, and once our officers figured out who it was, they understood why he was acting the way he was. The male was checked out by EMS and given a ride home. Nothing criminal occurred.